today. It's called treason. Former Speaker of the House, Fox News contributor, Newt Gingrich. All right, here's what's amazing about this to me. Number one, you see the dark arts of politics that the Clintons played against Obama. That's now revealed in WikiLeaks. And on top of that, you got this collusion, full collusion with the media. They're an extension of Clinton. Then it's also the State Department. They're tipping off Clinton. The Justice Department is tipping off Clinton. The White House is helping Clinton with the email server scandal. And why? Because Obama, who said he learned about the emails like we did from the press, actually was emailing the private email. What do you make of all this? And the media, by the way, all they want to talk about is some new woman that made an allegation this late in the game against Donald Trump.
Well, look, I think you have to see the whole thing as the same thing. You have so much corruption underway now that, you know, you get $1 million check from a dictatorship in the Middle East as a birthday gift for Bill Clinton. Well, in a healthy society, that'd be considered bribery. You get the richest man in Mexico donating millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation, while he's also the major stockholder in the New York Times, which just happens to be doing everything it can to protect, Hillary Clinton.
Can I just stop you? The $1 million check came from Qatar, a country that allows that its marital rape is legal.
Well, it's also a country which Hillary herself had said was helping support and sustain ISIS.
Yep.
I mean, one of the things, WikiLeaks, there's so much material there that it's going to take a while for it to sink in. But WikiLeaks actually is going to presently give us an entirely new understanding of how sick and how dishonest and how corrupt the left is, and all of its mechanisms, the news media, the bureaucracy, the campaign. And at the center of it are the Clintons, and Hillary Clinton is the most corrupt candidate ever to run for president of the United States. And you're now seeing detail after detail after detail that it's beyond any reasonable question of the depth of their corruption and what they would bring into the White House. If you look at how the $10 billion was supposed to go to help the Haitians after the last earthquake, and what do we have happen?
Yeah.
You suddenly had friends of Bill who came to, not people who knew Haiti, not people who had particular skills, but friends of Bill, people who had donated, suddenly got special State Department treatment. This kind of stuff's surfacing now in a way that I suspect the average American over the next week or two is just going to be sickened by the repetitive example of corruption.
Do you think it's a coincidence that here we are 25 days out of a campaign, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, 6 women come out and make allegations against Donald Trump? 6. And do you think it's coincidental it's happening right in the middle of a massive document dump that implicates the Clintons?
Look, if you're the New York Times or CBS News or the Washington Post, and you're desperately propping up the most corrupt candidate in history, you're going to reach for anything. I think it's actually funny today that the man who was cited by that first woman being on the first-class flight in the airplane 30 years ago actually came out of the woodwork, turns out to be British, said, yes, I was sitting across the aisle, no, she's a total liar. I mean, you know, these things are all going to unravel. But it gives the media a chance for a few days to try to suppress the Trump voter, and I think it makes the polls highly inaccurate because you get 3 or 4 days like this, a lot of voters aren't going to say Donald Trump's name when they're called by a pollster, but they will answer Donald Trump. This is why Rasmussen is very different from some of the polls, because it doesn't require you to tell a person what you're going to do.
That's pretty interesting, and I like what you're saying. It took me 10 minutes to outline just the headlines of what is. There's so much here about collusion with the media, collusion with the State Department, collusion with the Justice Department, and the White House knowing, and Obama lied, and they're talking about erasing emails that are under subpoena. There's a lot here.